My name is Amanda Hinterly. I am 42 years old and I'm from Dayton, Ohio. I've been an artist all of my life. Even as a child, you could find me painting, doodling, always crafting things. I've only been selling my artwork for 3 years now. Prior to that, pretty much anything I made was either gifted to friends or family, pretty much around Christmas, birthdays, things like that. Everything was custom made for people individually. It was rare that I would sell my artwork outside of those gifts. Now I create almost every single day. My favorite thing is earrings. I make statement pieces pretty much all the time, but I also don't limit myself to just one material or one project. I always have different things going on up in my head, so you can constantly find me testing out new processes, new materials, new techniques. I like to experiment a lot. I also work part-time in a school. Sometimes the students will inspire a project, usually a pair of earrings that I wear to school. One of my favorite things has always been creating custom things for people. I really like helping other people bring their ideas to life. So anytime someone can reach out to me with their ideas and their concepts, and I can add my own creativity to that concept and make it all come together is really exciting. When I first heard about the eufyMake E1 UV printer on Kickstarter, I knew it was going to be a big change to my creative processes. I was really excited about being able to print on virtually any kind of texture and all of the different technical ways of printing. I just knew it was going to bring a new lifelike quality to my work. One of the really exciting things about the E1 has been the different techniques and capabilities that it has. For example, texture is a really big thing. So like I have these little bunnies that I made. This was a relief build, and it's got really realistic, like even hair on it. And this one is one that I printed with a gloss build, so you can see the image on both sides. It still has a lot of texture, but it also allows a lot of light to shine through. Of course, there's also a foil technique, which you can do with the flex inks. I've done some foil on both of these really. One has a gold foil and the other has this really pretty blue foil on it. And then it's also allowed me to create some things that I couldn't do before. I had tried a few years ago to make a puzzle with my Cricut, and it just really wasn't working out very well. And so after I got the E1, I decided, you know what, I'm going to try again. That was satisfying to me to finally be able to do something that I couldn't do previously. So I have this light switch cover that has a few different laying capabilities. It was actually initially inspired from this pigment here called Lit, and it's a powdered pigment, and you can mix it with water or paint or a lot of different things, but basically it glows in the dark blue, which is an unusual color for glow pigments. And as you can see, when it's not fully charged, it looks pretty much white. But then at nighttime, it shifts to blue when it glows. And then if you charge it with like UV light or black light, the colors slightly shift in daylight too. It's kind of fun because you can see the image in the daytime, and then at nighttime, it takes on a totally different look. Since having the E1, my revenue has roughly doubled. Like around $1,800 was a good month for me. But just in the first month of having my E1, I made that almost that much in just 2 weeks. I had an idea of printing on a light switch cover, and when I shared that one to one of my social groups, it immediately gained a whole lot of interest, and I was able to make $1,600 just in 2 weeks. With my earring designs, I used to use sublimation as my main process, and at that point I was charging about $15 a pair for most cases. With the E1, I've been able to do much more complex designs that include foil or texture. And with those kind of designs, I typically start around $25 a pair. Over the years, I've had my work in a lot of different places: local state fair, local art shops, consignment, and I also do Instagram. And I recently started a new shop on Overgrown Oasis, and I do live sales there. That's where most of my stuff can be found now. This is my first project that I printed with the E1. That's actually one of my favorite projects that I've made. It was maybe a little bit ambitious for the first project that I was making. I really am a huge fan of like stained glass, both Renaissance and Gothic style. And obviously I really love plants too. And it was kind of like a brainchild of those loves in the time of year. So I designed this stained glass design. I printed it as a two-sided image with a little bit of texture. Where the cane work is raised. I just love when it's got light shining through it. So it can either be in a dark room with the candle or when the sunlight hits it, it just really helps illuminate the whole image. My husband's coworker, immediately after seeing the picture from it, said she had to have it for her wedding table because she was getting married at the end of the month. And so I was really reluctant, but I did end up selling her my original, and then I later had to come back and recreate it because I love it so much.
My name is Nick Lamont. I am a 3D printer and prototype maker. Back in November, I was working on a Men in Black model, and I really needed to have some screens printed to make this really come to life. I knew that Amanda had a printer and laser, and I needed to see what we could do to make those screens come out. So I reached out to her, and we talked about some different designs. I was really stuck on which kind of material that I wanted to use. So we really came to that we were going to use a 1/16 piece of acrylic.
We also talked about your plans for the image, how you were going to put that onto the screens. You were thinking about doing water slides, and you had seen the ads for the Kickstarter campaign for the E1. Maybe the capabilities of that printer might work a little bit better and cleaner for being able to produce that image on the screens.
I was really excited with the E1's capabilities. Water slides are super difficult to control and to be accurate when you're putting them on a screen. So Amanda was able to take that design and put it into Illustrator, and she got me a prototype within a week. I was so excited to see this and how this turned out. Honestly, the result far exceeded my expectation, and I had 8 more made immediately.
I finished making the pieces in December, and then I was really excited about this whole project. So I pretty regularly was reaching out, asking for updates, photos, and things like that because I wanted to see how everything was going to come together. I know you and I are both really precise about fine details, and I was nervous about being able to center the image properly, especially on such a small piece, trying to figure out how to let enough light through that the lights would show the design, but also still be able to see the colors of the screen and try to keep the colors as true to the movie scene as possible.
Yeah, so Wonderfest 2026 has an amazing art model. There was over 1,400 entrances into that. So I ended up winning the most amazing model for the overall best model in the contest, and I also ended up winning the best of something we like award. Thanks for eufyMake for making this possible. I'm really excited to continue to work with Amanda to see how we can push this machine to its limits.
For me, creating is more than just making. It's about those connections I have with my clients, being able to use my own tools and my creativity to help their dreams come to life. This summer, I'm mainly doing virtual events. I won't have any more in-person events until this fall, but no matter where I am, I'll always be creating. And with the eufyMake E1, I can work virtually anywhere at any time.